Watch this when you feel lost in life, before time leaves you behind. Slow down. Not your body, your mind. If you click this, it's not because you were bored. It's because something inside you feels off. You wake up every day and do what you're supposed to do. You smile when you're expected to smile. You move through the hours like everyone else. But deep down, there's a quiet question you can't silence. What am I doing with my life? You don't say it out loud. You don't post about it. You don't want advice. You just feel lost. And that feeling doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from nights where you stare at the ceiling, replaying choices. From days that blur together. From seeing people your age, figuring it out, while you feel stuck in the same place. You feel behind. You feel confused. You feel like time is moving, and you're standing still. Let me tell you something gently, because you've been hard enough on yourself. Feeling lost does not mean you are failing. It means you're waking up. Crescent moon when life goes quiet. Nobody talks about this part of life. The part where there's no big disaster. No dramatic heartbreak. No clear reason for the pain. Just a quiet dissatisfaction. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not ungrateful. You're just standing at a crossroads no one prepared you for. As a child, life had instructions. Go to school. Pass exams. Follow rules. But no one tells you what to do when the instructions disappear. When you're grown, but not fulfilled. Busy, but not happy. Surrounded, but still alone. That's when people feel lost. And here's the truth most people never hear. Everyone feels lost at least once. The difference is, some people listen to that feeling. Others run from it. Mantelpiece clock time, the quiet pressure. Look at the clock, not the numbers, the meaning. Time doesn't shout, it whispers. It whispers when another year passes. When birthdays feel heavier. When you realize you've been saying, I'll start soon, for a long time. Time doesn't threaten you. It simply moves on. And that's what scares you. Not failure. Not hard work. But waking up one day and realizing. You waited too long. You waited for confidence. You waited for motivation. You waited to feel ready. And life didn't wait with you. If you feel lost right now, it's because time is asking you a question. Are you going to live intentionally, or accidentally? Wave the weight you don't talk about. You carry things no one sees. Regret. Uncertainty. Unspoken dreams. You remember the version of yourself who had big plans. Who believed life would make sense by now. And sometimes you wonder, did I miss my chance? Am I too late? What if this is all my life will be? Those thoughts don't mean you're weak. They mean you care. And caring is dangerous, because it means you still want more. Compass what being lost really means. Being lost doesn't mean you don't have a path. It means the old path no longer fits. You've outgrown who you were, but you haven't met who you're becoming yet. That space, that uncomfortable, confusing space, that's not emptiness. That's transition. Every meaningful transformation begins with disorientation. Before clarity comes confusion. Before purpose comes doubt. Before direction comes stillness. Nature works this way too. Seeds are buried before they grow. Caterpillars dissolve before they become butterflies. You're not stuck. You're becoming. New moon the night version of you. At night, you're honest. No distractions. No expectations. No pretending. That's when the questions come. Is this really my life? Am I living for myself, or just surviving? What do I actually want? Listen carefully. Those questions are not enemies. They are invitations. They are asking you to stop living on autopilot. To stop repeating days that don't move you closer to who you want to be. Fire the promise. This is not the end. Here is the promise I want you to hold on to. Feeling lost is temporary, but only if you act. Clarity doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from moving, even when you're unsure. You don't need your whole life figured out. You need one honest step. One decision to stop ignoring yourself. One moment of courage. Mirror questions that change everything. Ask yourself, not with judgment, but with curiosity. What drains my energy? What makes me feel alive? What am I avoiding because it scares me? If I wasn't afraid of failing, what would I try? You don't need perfect answers. You need real ones. The life you want is not hidden. It's buried under fear, comparison, and hesitation. Warning, a warning you need to hear. If you don't choose your direction, someone else will. Society will choose comfort over meaning. People will choose expectations over purpose. Fear will choose safety over growth. And one day you'll realize you lived a life that looked fine, but never felt right. Don't let that be your story. Sunrise, small steps, big shifts. You don't escape feeling lost by making a giant leap. You escape it by being honest in small ways. Say no when you mean no. Start that thing you keep postponing. Spend time alone without numbing yourself. Choose progress over perfection. Direction is built, not discovered. Speech balloon, this is for you. If you feel behind, you're not. If you feel confused, you're human. If you feel scared, you're standing at the edge of growth. You are not weak for feeling lost. You are brave for staying awake in a world that numbs itself. Sunrise, the final promise. This moment, right now, matters. Years from now, you will look back at this version of yourself. And you'll realize something powerful. This was the moment you stopped running. This was the moment you started listening. This was the moment your life quietly changed direction. You don't need all the answers tonight. You just need to stop ignoring the questions. Stay with yourself. Trust the process. Move forward, even slowly. Because being lost is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a truer one.